Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian.
And Jynx here.
And welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 on the PlayStation 5. Alright, so we're playing on this big major patch they just released today. And so I think this is patch 3 for the console version. PC version obviously has quite a bit more patches. And it fixes an insane number of bugs, guys. I was surprised with just how many bugs this supposedly fixes and corrects. And then it also adds one major feature. I think it's called like the magic mirror. Is that what they called it?
Yeah, the magic mirror. Change your appearance.
Yeah, you could change your appearance in your camp.
As many times as you want.
Doesn't seem to be any restrictions on that.
Flowers, leaves, grass.
I was raised in the city.
Can't beat it.
I'm more used to feeling cobblestones underfoot than grass and fallen leaves.
Before I went to Avernus, I'd have agreed with you. Nothing quite like Baldur's Gate, is there?
Nothing in my recollection, anyway.
Okay, so we had to let them interrupt us. Anyway, so yeah, you can now change your appearance. You can now change your race. There's a few other restrictions as well. You can't change like the size of your character. A few other things, but yeah, you can change most of your looks. And so that's the big major feature. But there's a few things that I'm really excited about them changing. The first one is that no longer do AI characters react to your summons. That was one of my biggest issues with the game at the moment. It's like incredibly annoying. When I first told Jynx about that, I was like, yeah, it's like really annoying that every time I bring summons with me, everybody runs from them and gets all crazy about it. And Jynx was like, that makes sense though. They would act that way if you got skeletons walking around with you. I was okay, whether it makes sense or not, it sucks. And so Jynx was giving me crap because I was complaining about it. And then she started playing.
Yeah, and then everyone was freaking out about my little spider.
Yeah, it's like so annoying. And then when you get to Baldur's Gate, it's like the entire city is running from you. And so like you're trying to interact with people, like do, story missions or go to shops, and everybody's running. And like I get that it makes sense, but that doesn't mean that it's good gameplay. It's terrible gameplay, in fact. It's not fun.
What doesn't make sense is Shadowheart running around with these spikes in her ass the whole time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she's in such a shitty mood.
Yeah, I guess that would put you in a shitty mood. We're going to go try and talk to that boy, guys, at the beach and see if that bug is fixed. Since this is a new patch, so maybe it's been corrected, whatever the issue was there. And so we'll go down to the beach and try and talk to him so we can complete that mission. Then we'll come back and talk to her parents. I mean, she does know, or they do know that she's all right now, but we didn't get our reward. I think there's a reward they give you.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning. What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service. Neither. The fox, rather. Hiding, in a word. A silent observer, about to break the silence. Of course, what I have to say merits some privacy, as well as some more, let's call it, refinement. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come. There, middle of somewhere.
I don't like this at all.
The house of hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last. Are you not entertained? Well, far be it from me to disappoint. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do.
Fuck. A cambion.
Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain. Because my compassion is boundless. I stride among the needy, giving comfort where I can. And you're in dire need. One skull, 2 tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all, like that. Everything is for sale. And you do well to sell while your stock has value. In desperate times, the price of honor plummets. Perhaps you haven't yet realized how desperate these times are. You will. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
That's what separates us from the devils, soldier. They think our greatest strength is a weakness.
Ah, yes, the tongue. Yet another piece of pleasurable anatomy you'll soon have to do without. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Alright, so that's the event I was talking about where we didn't want to go up that one area because it always fires when you go up there. Apparently it fires once it's been a certain amount of time and you haven't started it up yet. And
I thought he'd never shut up.
Yeah, he's a talker. So that's Raphael. He's a major character, and I've never had Karlach because I usually do it much earlier. And so I've never had Karlach when I did that interaction before. So it's interesting, all her unique dialogue. For the most part, your companions are kind of quiet that entire time.
Yeah,
so
I
we
don't
need
remember
to
them doing a lot of chatting.
Come down here, talk to this boy, which he's no longer here and it's acting like we've completed it. That's interesting. Let me just take a look and see what it says there.
I think
We haven't looked at any of these. Yeah, he must have went back home.
He's not over here dead on the rocks, so...
Well, yeah, we did save his life. Isn't that what happened in yours? Because you didn't even come down here. So you can see it is in the completed here. And I guess just because we didn't speak with the child, he is alive and well. So we need to talk to Arabella's parents.
No one does.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a gnoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her.
Yeah. I mean, thank you for helping me.
Alright, excellent. So we got a reward here,
It was fine.
which is probably just an item that we want to give to Gale.
Isn't that how Mum used
And I cannot get this go away. There we go. Because the dancing light spell, I mean, if you need light, then I suppose it's alright. But there's so many spells that give you light, so.
How else are you gonna find your way out to the crapper?
Well, yeah, you might need it when you're trying to head out to the outhouse late at night. So we're also
I'll take
here.
the amulet.
Jynx scared of the dark. We're also here to sell all of our crap. So I guess Jynx can sell to him while I sell to Dammon down here. And just sell everything we got. And then I suppose we're going to head back to camp and finally pay off this damn guy, this extortionist.
The debt.
Yeah, it's 2,000. Watch it not even be 2,000. So I had forgotten that when you first talk to Dammon with Karlach in your party, it does result in the start of her companion mission. And so yeah, we need to do this with Jynx here, so we can have the full screen for it.
Thought I sensed an infernal around here. But you aren't from Elturel. What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the Hells. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps. Glad you got out.
I got lucky. It looks like you did too. And you brought some infernal machinery with you.
A little gift from Zariel. Keeps me burning hot.
Very hot by the smell of it. Might be burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallogized demono valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky. I might be able to help, but I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Vernus. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please. I've sensed some during our travels. It has a pull to it. Absolutely magnetic, once you know what you're looking for. I can show you where I'd look.
Alright, so we're going to start selling our stuff to him. So basically we need to start looking for this. I'm surprised we haven't found any of it yet. Any of the infernal iron. But I believe there are a lot of it in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll be able to find some. If you want to go ahead and start shopping with the other merchant. But yeah, we need to find that so we can fix Karlach's engine.
I can't believe I never talked to him with her.
Hey, Jynx didn't know about this until just now. And she's in Act 2. Now luckily, if that guy survives Act 1, you'll find him in Act 2. So I think that's everything we wanted to sell. He doesn't have anything we want to purchase here.
Forged from the heart.
We do need... I just noticed we do need to equip those gloves on Shadowheart if she doesn't already have any gloves. It's hard getting used to the screen being so small with the split screen since I have been playing on console a bit. And so I'm not used to this tiny little screen here.
It's not that tiny.
I mean, it's much smaller.
I mean, half of it, yeah. That
Yeah,
is tiny.
I mean, it's much smaller than what I'm used to. So she actually already has a metallic glove, so we could sell those or maybe save them for... Yeah, I guess we'll save them for another character. But yeah, with this patch, I'm really glad that they fixed that issue with the summons, man. It was just so annoying, them all running from you, because you felt it resulted in me not wanting to summon any creatures that caused issues with it. Jynx is trying to make us some money here.
You're leaving.
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and go outside and go up in that one area where normally Raphael shows up. We're gonna go up there real quick and loot what's there, and then I suppose we'll head to camp and try and get my oath back. I think we're still a little short though, aren't we?
I got 3
Nope,
gold.
we got 2652. We're good.
I can send you mine too.
I think I'm a little short. I think it was 19 or something like that. But yeah, we got enough now. So yeah, I'll just meet you outside here.
I'm coming with my tiny little legs.
But there were certain summons that the AI characters didn't react to, like they're called like
The angels.
yeah, the
and
angels, the
vipers.
Devo or something like that. Diva,
Divas.
maybe Diva, yeah, something like that. And there's a few other summons that didn't react to, so I just only summon them because it's just really weird and inefficient to basically get rid of your summons whenever you're not in combat, and then have to re-summon them. It messes up with your spell slots, and then you can't use the aid on them, you know, to boost them. And so yeah, it just caused a lot of issues. It was particularly a problem when I got to Baldur's Gate, I noticed. Like, it was kind of a pain in the other settlements around the game, but it wasn't that big of an issue because there's not a lot of settlements until you get to Baldur's Gate.
I'm too small.
You can't jump up here? Probably your lack of strength.
It's too high.
Well, I guess since Raphael's not going to be showing up here, you don't have to come up here. I don't know how else you'd...
something out.
There might be another way up here. Jynx going to be hopping from rock to rock. I think it's your lack of strength. Because you have that strength of, what, 10, right?
I'm pretty weak, yeah.
I noticed the same thing with Astarion. He has trouble getting around. One unfortunate thing is I was going to have you do the rock here. I suppose you could take like a potion of jumping. Do we have that vaulting potion?
I can look.
I can always send it to you. I might have it. I could have sworn we had found it somewhere. And yeah, it's not the time you'd want to use it, but I don't know who else would do this here. Since it's helpful, you either need to have a sleight of hand skill.
I made it.
Oh, you got up here?
Yeah.
Jynx just shimmied her way up.
Just shimmy.
This is the other good item you get here, the silver pendant. This allows you to give guidance to any character. And so that's pretty helpful, so you don't always have to bring characters that have guidance. You can just throw that necklace on them. But in here, we'll get something interesting.
I'm coming.
So I think that's the only thing we still have to interact with, Jynx, is the rock over there.
The rock?
Yeah, the rock right here.
Oh, a crevice.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth. The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. Is gold so precious to spiders? Your voice draws their attention. They are suspicious, then curious, and finally, at peace. One by one, the spiders retreat to the rear of the crevice, lulled by your murmurs. You stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
Okay, so not the way I thought Jynx would get that. I thought it'd be her sleight of hand or her, nature, animal handling or something like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed with my nature there.
But you sung to them. Interesting.
I don't know how they.
So do you want to?
With me flailing my arms around like a crazy person, but.
Did you want to look at what's in the bag? Sure. In the pouch. So there's a couple goodies here. It's that pouch with 2 things. No, the pouch with 2 things in it. That one's empty. Jynx is like, there's nothing in my
There's
pouch.
nothing in my bag.
So we got the 13 gold. And then we got the spider egg sack.
The baby spiders.
Yeah, so that is something you can use in combat. The way you use it isn't exactly how you'd expect. Kind of threw me off a little bit. So you gotta throw it out and then like attack it to get the spiders to come out. Because yeah, I tried just like using it as an action and that doesn't work. I tried just throwing it and that didn't work.
Yeah, I thought you just threw it and it would burst open.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but it doesn't work. So yeah, you need to like throw it and then attack it.
I'm tired of these bitches always making me wait till the end.
You're always at the back end.
I'm always at the end. They're like, watch out.
Oh damn, Karlach. See how far she jumped from? She had to show off. Alright, so we're gonna go to camp and see what's awaiting us there and finally talk to that guy who's just been sitting in the corner the whole time. Which is kind of funny because
Creepy.
Because we've gone to camp a couple times now and ignored him.
Damn thing. It has to open, surely. It has to do something.
Shadowheart's attention is consumed by a strange box that she turns over in her hands. The box is inscribed with glyphs similar to those used by the Githyanki. In an instant, Shadowheart hides the box from view.
It's nothing, trust me. Beautiful evening, isn't it? You deserve honesty more than most. But please, don't ask. I can't promise that'll be anytime soon, but thank you, all the same.
So I don't think I've ever seen that before. That little event.
I think I had that interaction with her.
I don't think I did. Maybe because I kind of avoid going to camp, honestly.
I go to camp all the time.
Jynx is always in camp. Jynx spends so much time in her inventory. Like a lot of time. Every time I look over there, she's doing inventory management, playing with her stuff. Dying things and passing things back and forth.
If I got stuff, it needs playing with.
Alright, so we're going to talk to Withers first because he's also been itching to talk to us for some time. I think he wants to teach us about the hirelings.
We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services. There are many answers to that question. None are important.
He has a divine aspect, yes. A reflection of death itself. Eternal and inescapable.
I shall answer no further questions in that regard. Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking. Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more. A matter of coin. Such is life. Outrage leading to a singular end.
I did not realize that we had not talked to Withers at all yet. That's the first time we talked to him.
Poor guy, he's been washing our underwear this whole time.
This whole time. And we just been ignoring him.
Said hello.
I'm shocked that we passed that roll. We haven't been able to pass a roll to save our lives in this series, and then we get a 20 roll. I was like, oh, well, that's not happening. And then we actually roll a 20. So, yeah, surprising.
Yeah, well, you wasted all of our luck on that
one roll that didn't matter. So the dog is here. Did you want to talk to it? Do you still have your spell for talking to animals? Yeah. So Jynx will talk to the dog.
Scratch.
Hope you're keeping well, friend. Master. Friend. I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. I'll never forget him. But I'm glad to have met you.
Oh, you didn't get the increased opinion with all of our people for doing that. Usually when you pet the dog, you get the opinion increases.
It's just you.
That's weird, because you're supposed to be getting all this stuff too.
Nobody cares what I do.
Apparently not. Let me take a look at how opinion has been going for Jynx. So we'd have to go through here, I think. This is different here with the split screen. I mean, we're both neutral with Karlach so far. And with Shadowheart, and those are only two characters we have with us. Unfortunately, the console version doesn't show you the number. On PC, you see the exact number that they're at from, I think it goes negative 100 to 100. Although I don't usually get in the negative, so I'm not entirely sure on that one. Maybe it just goes down to 0. But yeah, in the console version, you can't see the actual number. So you never know for sure where you're at. Maybe it's better that way and not attaching a number to it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and talk to the Oathbreaker Knight, finally.
I have been waiting for you. I felt the moment of your liberation. The shedding of your bond. You called to me. I am here to show you the way. I was the first to swear, the first to fall. When another's oath is broken, I stand witness. I hear their sorrow, I see their jubilation. I guide their hand. Oathbreaker. You swore to deliver vengeance, to hunt down those who had wronged, and ensure they felt the sting of justice. Tell me, why did you abandon your oath? A lapse in judgment. To know the reason for your fall is, perhaps, to know the shape of things to come. Take comfort in your undoing. I, like you, abandoned my cause. But much can still be achieved. Your oath is broken. The light within you fades. A new power is awakening. It is possible, but such a promise must not be made lightly. Wealth must be sacrificed, and your soul repledged. It is wise to first consider what is gained, and what is lost in the bargain. Should you wish to do so, speak with me again. You may refuse, but this alone will not restore what was lost. Without light to guide you, or darkness to consume, you will remain adrift, powerless. Until that day, I will be here, and my offer will remain. You are between worlds, Paladin. Have you made a choice? It is possible. First, you must pay the agreed price. Material sacrifice is required to prove your words have substance. Do you wish to pay? The price is paid. Tell me, why do you wish to reclaim your oath? Repairing what was damaged. Atoning for the past. Kneel, Oathbreaker. You swear to deliver righteous retribution, vanquishing your enemies and aiding those who suffer at their hands. The oath of vengeance is once more yours to fulfill.
Alright, so it was cheaper than we were expecting. We looked it up and it was 2,000. I wonder if they patched it and made it a bit cheaper because that is kind of expensive.
You got a bargain oath.
Yeah, I got a bargain one. So it was only 1,000, which is nice. You know, I'm not happy about the way that went since it was a bug. And obviously we lost 1,000 gold, so that's quite pricey. However, it was interesting seeing that cinematic and stuff. Being able to kind of resubmit your oath, because you never do that in the beginning of the game. You never actually do your oath.
Yeah, it's just always there. You don't know how you got there.
Alright, so do we want to walk around and talk to everybody? I know we don't have a lot of time left in the episode, so probably wouldn't be able to do much if we left. So I think it makes sense to go ahead and walk around and talk to everybody, and we don't long rest very often. So yeah, we're going to start with Karlach, because she wouldn't tell us anything until we completed that first mission for her.
Can't believe that devil just took us into the hells with a snap of his fingers. If I see him again, I'll wring his neck. I knew I liked you. Raphael was his name, right? He's trying to lure us into a game he knows we can't win. I'm not playing. Glad you're not either. The year, 10 air. The place, sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-knee delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell. Guy named Gortash, politician, inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job, a good job, with people I liked, doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again. Let's hope Dammon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints. Gives me energy. power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close. I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, start making up for lost time. But not today. Hey, soldier. Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about? Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the blade of frontiers on my tail. But what about you? I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at. Heya. We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favoured me like a child favours a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
So I guess his name is Dammon, not Damon. Okay.
Close enough. It's got the right letters in it.
So I'm thinking, because we had a few people ask us who we were going to be romancing. And of course, Jynx and I are romanced, but our characters got an open relationship, apparently. And so we figured that we'd probably do 2 romances so you guys could see 2 romances. That's one of the benefits of having the split screen here. And I was thinking maybe romancing Karlach, because I haven't done the romance for Karlach yet. I've done
romance Karlach.
We can't both romance Karlach, Jynx.
She's my hero.
I don't know if that is, I don't even know if that's a possibility. Probably not. I've already done the Shadowheart romance and part of the romance for Lizelle and Minthara, or Minthara. Minthara is her name. Another potential companion character. And I'm not going to romance any of the dudes. Just not my thing.
But Will's got a crop top.
That's true. He's got horns as well. And they are some sexy horns, but yeah, I think I will probably romance Karlach. So who are you thinking about romancing, Jynx?
Shit, I don't know. I don't really talk to anybody.
Well, yeah, that's why I was asking, because I assume that who you're romancing, that'd be the one that you'd be doing the talking with, so you could get the
there's this tall drink of water here. I'll just pine for you.
While I romance Karlach.
Romance the love of my life.
And that's not who Jynx is romancing her playthrough, which is funny. Because, yeah, she's romancing this guy over here.
I'll just watch from the bushes.
Oh, you'll just watch, huh? She's like, I just want to watch. Now you're getting creepy. I suppose there's a lot of other characters, because there's you know, there's the 5 companions that we currently have in our camp now, but then there's another companion that you can romance as well that we don't have yet. So Jynx has quite a few other options. Maybe they'll let us both romance her. I would just assume that it wouldn't. We'd have like a three-way romance going here.
We could do it.
I don't know that it'll let you. It depends on the character, probably, you'd think, because some characters, you know, don't really feel like they have to have exclusive relationships, but Karlach, I think, is one of those that doesn't want you with anybody else.
Yeah, but do they even know that I'm here?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we could try and talk to her off camera and see what she has to say. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Jynx is going to start a competition for her. We're both going to be trying to romance her at the same time. Let the better little person win.
Do you play guitar? I think not.
No, but I've got...
I will serenade her.
Super sexy chest hair. I've got this scar.
Got super sexy chest hair.
Look at this beard. I mean, look at it.
It is pretty glorious.
It's a glorious beard. Look at the way I stand.
The
I have
barrel chest.
Excellent posture. We're wearing the exact same clothes as well. That's the first time I noticed that. Yep. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one, where hopefully we'll have maybe a little bit of combat, since we didn't have any fighting in this one. So I see you in that one, and thanks for watching.